Let's go ahead and break down your Utah Jazz. For those of you just joining on Utah Jazz DNA, which is a channel we created specifically for your Utah Jazz content, the full episode of the podcast, which is available wherever you get your podcasts, also on our main Utah channel, and our main channel, DNA Sports Recap. We've been having an issue with the background lighting being set correctly this week. So for those of you on the podcast, forgive us for going on too much about that. But anyway, so let's go ahead and talk a little bit about your Utah Jazz, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Before we get into content, folks, a quick reminder there that we did just launch Utah Jazz DNA. This is our channel specifically for your Utah Jazz. All of our Utah Jazz content will be posted here first. So if you have not yet, check out that channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Once this channel hits 1,000 subscribers, we'll be giving away one of those sweet new Utah Jazz black jerseys.
The Black Mountain jerseys.
That's right. Smash that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on that. And, give a little nudge to that like button there for your boy AJ right over there.
I would appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Sincerely.
All right. So again, that's going to be available in the description down below if you're watching this on our main channel, DNA Sports Recap. All right, so the preseason is humming along for you, Utah Jazz. They are currently 4-1 so far. They have a game against Portland tonight, so battle at the bottom of the Western Conference going on right now.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Hashtag capture the flag. So what stood out to you in the preseason? What stood out to you so far in the preseason for this team?
Well, I think Walker Kessler's kind of maybe figuring out his role with this team.
Yeah.
Like he finally decided, hey, I can probably be a shot blocking big that dives to the rim and then can just kind of create offense my own way.
Yeah, it's amazing when he claps to the basket and catch some lobs, how you can hit points and
weird. It's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, he's leading the team in rebounds per game at like 9 rebounds per game right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is okay, but Walker needs to be a little better than that. I mean, realistically, we need Walker to be 10 points or more, probably in the 15-point range, 10 points or 10 rebounds a game. We need him to be that double-double guy night in and night out. And honestly, the same thing goes with Taylor Hendricks. I mean, we need him to get 10 points and 10 rebounds every single game. They both have the skill set that's very well in tune with that. And they just need to keep pushing to be those anchors of getting rebounds, pushing the offense up the floor, and then making good decisions.
No, I agree with you there. But so far, still my standout for this team has definitely still been Johnny Juzang, man. He's averaging 12 points a game, shooting 75% from three so far this preseason.
Which is a very unattainable number.
Well, he's putting up 4 attempts per game,
right?
Making 3 of them each game.
Yeah,
that's not even like a dot stat. That's like literally every game he's hoisting up 4 threes, making 3 of them.
Except for he didn't play against Sacramento at all.
Yeah, well, you got to get some other people in there. It's preseason, It's definitely what I really like to see is that actually against NBA level talent. This isn't a summer league type thing where you're going to get a bunch of people who's not going to make the roster. I watched all that Dallas game. You had what's his name?
Luka? Not
Luka, the other guy.
Kyrie?
Kyrie had like 28 minutes on the floor for that preseason game, which I thought was insane. So, you're definitely seeing some big minutes coming from the main people there. So the fact that he's still knocking down, a decent amount of the threes that he's trying to take, I definitely like it. I like to see that. And I'm still impressed with him. I thought at this point he'd start averaging to the norm a little bit this far in the preseason, or seeing his minutes get dropped, but he's still right at his average per minutes per game. That hasn't dropped at all.
Well, against Sacramento, he had 0 minutes.
Well, yeah. Other than that, what I'm trying to say though is that Johnny Juzang is still, for me, the standout player so far this preseason.
I like it.
My main concern is definitely going to be Taylor Hendricks.
Your concern, Taylor Hendricks?
Yes.
Okay.
He's getting the most minutes per game at 27 minutes per game, which is about 4 minutes more than the next player on the team.
Yeah.
Which is standing out. He's averaging 42% shooting from the field, 30% from 3. It definitely looks like they're trying to see what he has, and he really hasn't shown anything to them yet. Cody Williams is basically averaging the same amount of points per game with 5 minutes less per game, and he's also shooting 40% from 3. So I definitely think that they're trying to see something from Cody there, and they're just not. Not from Cody, from Taylor, and they're just not seeing it yet. That's been my main concern so far.
Yeah.
Do you see any concerns so far this season?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of with you there, actually. I mean, the Taylor Hendricks lines have not been that impressive. He has brought some pretty good energy when he comes into the games, which is important. And I think that's something that he needs to continue to be, as an energy guy. He needs to be Colin Sexton in a 6'10" body every single time that he's on the floor. He needs to bring He needs to go out there and work to get his 10 rebounds, and the points are going to come, right? He's going to get opportunities because he is 6'10" and he can shoot the 3 ball. You're going to get opportunities just based on your size. But rebounds purely come from energy and just going in there and fighting for them. And I mean, specifically against Sacramento, he got his butt kicked. I mean, Domantas Sabonis, albeit he is one of the best rebounders in the league, but we let him get 11 offensive rebounds in that game,
Right.
which is crazy. We've just got to see a little bit more. Cody Williams has been kind of a bright spot. And I just read an article on KSL today, and it's not so much that he's doing a lot of things that are highlighting him, but when he's on the floor, I think Will Hardy had worded it, you don't notice when he's on the floor because he's not making mistakes either.
That's wow. That's probably about as close to a compliment that Hardy's going to give to a first-year player.
Yeah,
in preseason game you're going to hear.
Yeah,
that's impressive.
Yeah,
that's impressive.
So, I mean, I think this team's going to continue to be really fun to watch. I mean, it has been cool to see some of the young guys. Cody Williams had 20 minutes. Bryce Sensabaugh had 16 minutes in the last game against Sacramento. I love seeing Colin Sexton as the assist leader on this team. He had 6 in that game, and then Jordan Clarkson and Keontae George both had 5. But Colin Sexton being an assist leader on this team does make them a little bit better, because Colin does tend to get a little ball dominant. He will get it and think that he needs to take the ball to the rack or get a shot up. That's not what we need from him. His skill set is great, but when you can exploit your skill set to get guys open, it's even more effective.
No, I agree. Right now, Colin Sexton has 4.2 assists per game. Actually, Isaiah Collier is leading the team at 4.3 assists per game,
and he's hurt.
So yeah, which sucks.
Yeah.
So a lot of good stuff coming from him earlier on, but that's unfortunate. Keontae George is also averaging 3.5 assists per game, which I think is actually quite impressive for a point guard scenario, considering he's still averaging 15 points per game. So
yeah,
I think that's pretty awesome. We also do have a comment here from McKinley there that's talking about Keontae here. I know it's just preseason, but Keontae looks way better. Yeah, compared to where he started the preseason, absolutely he did. It looks way better than summer league too. So that was refreshing to see for sure. Yeah, he's definitely looking like a guy who's out there, knows what he's doing, knows that this is preseason NBA basketball, but I still know what I'm doing, and I'm still one of the guys who can make some noise.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's kind of got his burst back. In high school, watching some of his high school tape, he was really good at just blowing past guys and getting easy floaters or even layups at the rim. So getting his burst and seeing him get some of those easy shots that can get you into a rhythm that can kind of continue to move you into making some of those 3-point shots that are actual game-changing, momentum-swinging shots, that's exactly what we need from Keontae.
Yeah, I agree, man. I'm really looking forward to this team and finishing out this preseason and getting into the regular season games. I mean, we don't have exactly high hopes for this team, but I will have to say I was actually quite surprised at how fun this team was to watch.
Yeah.
These are just preseason games, man, and it's actually quite fun to watch. Now, we do want to go ahead and talk about this and also cover both sides of the fence. They're both Utah Hockey Club and your Utah Jazz. You have the SEG streaming service, right?
I do.
And that is covering both teams, both the Utah Jazz and the Utah Hockey Club.
I do.
That's something we haven't mentioned before, that subscription covers both.
Right. You do pay in addition, right? So like the Utah Jazz one was $125.50, and then it was like an additional $40 for the Utah Hockey Club games.
Right.
So it was like $175 or whatever that comes out to. I'm not quick mathing that.
Yeah.
But it's really, I've loved to be able to have access to every single game on my iPad or my phone or whatever I have with me. I like the Jazz broadcasts, the Utah hockey broadcast. I don't know anything different.
Right.
So, no, it's been great. And really the SEG's done a really good job with it. I mean, there's a lot of extra content on there that you can watch if you got some downtime, and they've done really well.
Also, if you're not subscribed to that service, that is available over local TV, Utah 16, channel 16. I haven't been able to see it on my I have Comcast. I have regular basic cable for reasons I don't want to go into right now, but I haven't seen that channel, so I don't know if that's just an over an air channel or not, but channel 16 is where you can find where you can find that channel. Find your Utah Hockey Club. Utah Jazz still broadcasting on KJazz 13.
Yep, absolutely.
Which again, I definitely think we need to mention that. We mentioned it at the beginning of the season last year about the nostalgia play, but I think it kind of goes beyond that. That this, again, like this team is leaving money on the table by not locking into a regional sport network and just broadcasting over regular air antenna and trying to get people to sign the streaming services. They're leaving tens of millions of dollars on the table there. And I absolutely love that they're basically putting the fans first above that. I think
it makes you really appreciate Ryan Smith's ownership.
For sure.
I mean, me personally, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to agree. I don't necessarily agree with all the choices they're making so far when it comes to how they're building the team since he's been out as an owner.
That's not Ryan Smith, though. That's Danny Ainge.
Yeah, well, it was before Danny Ainge came in, too. So, there was a few decisions that were made before him, but I digress on that one for sure. We definitely want to see more from that. More to come as we talk about that going on through the season for sure. We also have another comment here from McKinley saying he looks comfortable and confident. Talking about Keontae.
Next one up.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Skip that one. Why don't you stop me before I clicked on it?
It was too late.
It was too late. Yeah. All right. So I feel like Keontae is starting to find a spot on the floor and is comfortable shooting the ball. He looks comfortable and confident. Yeah.
Totally agree.
Yeah, I think it's great, man. Whether he's a shooting guard or point guard, I think that's still to be determined for this team. I do like to see the high assist rates comparatively to how many points he's putting up. So that's cool to see. But yeah, I definitely think that, he's going to be one of the players to watch on this team for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. You got anything else on the Utah Jazz?
That's what I got, man. Go Jazz.
Go Jazz. Once again, folks, we did just start our own channel for the Utah Jazz, which is called Utah Jazz DNA. The link to that channel will be in the description below. If you're watching this on our main channel, DNA Sports Recap. If you're watching this on the Utah Jazz DNA channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Once this channel hits 1,000 subscribers, we will be giving away one of those sweet new, what are they called?
Mountain Black
jerseys. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we'll be giving one of those jerseys away. So be sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on that giveaway.
Do it.